This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Always good to see Ariel Helwani here in London. It's a big fight week, and it's always big when you're in town. I see you was at Wembley today, and you're in massive fight on Saturday night.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I've never been to Wembley Stadium. This is by far the biggest fight that I've ever been to as a journalist or fan. I think prior to this, the biggest fight that I was at was 56,000 in Australia, Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey. Look at this venue, look at this scene, it's incredible. So very happy to be here.
Absolutely, for sure. Just before we do get onto that, I do have to talk about yourself. There's been a few movements, obviously, now with Yahoo. Yeah. I see you on the show with Ade today on DAZN, and good to see you sort of getting out and about.
Yeah. I am out and about, yes. I covered the Olympics this past summer. I left my previous shows and I've partnered with Yahoo. We're starting a whole new combat sports vertical called Uncrowned. The Ariel Helwani show is coming there, The Crack with Pete Carroll, the show with Ade and I. The boxing show is coming there, more is to come, plus we've got a whole website with a tremendous stable of writers. So it all launches October 14th, and I think it's very quickly turning into the best place for combat sports, and we haven't even properly launched just yet, so this is a dream come true for me.
Absolutely, for sure. I'll plug that all down below. But yeah, let's get into it. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. Final press conference today. Pretty respectful between the two. Obviously, the sparring was brought up yet again, which is almost like what the fight was sold on, you could say. But yeah, I guess as it's gone weeks and weeks now, with the big build-up, any sort of flip-flop between the two? Like, anyone impress you, or any sort of side you've gone lean towards?
No, it was pretty standard. I've been impressed with both of them for different reasons all week. Anthony seems very grateful, very introspective. He seems very focused. There's a lot of chaos surrounding him, and he doesn't seem bothered by any of it. And the knock on Daniel has always been, is the moment too big for him? Oh, does he have the heart? Oh, will he wilt under the pressure? And I don't witness any of that when I look at his demeanor or his behavior, and so I think they're both ready to go. There was a little bit of drama today. Did he split up with Don Charles? What would that mean for the fight? He addressed that. He says it's all good. He's just not feeling well. He'll be there on Saturday. So it seems like much ado about nothing, and if it was something, that would have been a massive wrench in his chances to win and pull off the upset. So I can't wait for the scene on Saturday.
Yeah, let's get into that. Rumours sort of circulated yesterday. I've done an interview with Spencer Fearon where he sort of came out of it and said that there was a rift between the pair. A weird thing's come out on. I think it was Spencer Fearon. I think that's where it came from me.
Enzo. I saw
Enzo. That's what I said. I was just about to say Enzo Macronelli tweeted it. Then it sort of gather a bit of legs. Weird things come out of fight week. Obviously, a massive story that came out, but surely just based on hearsay. So a bit of a weird thing to sort of, I guess, all come out on fight week.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'm not trying to take a shot at anyone, but sometimes people do things on Twitter and social media for engagement or attention. If it's not coming from like a super credible journalist or the horse's mouth, it's sometimes as much ado about nothing. But look, let's see. He said what he said today. If he's not there on Saturday, clearly something's up. Now, it's possible that he's just sick. And if he's sick, then why would he want to be around his fighter? And if he's sick on Saturday, he may not want to be around his fighter on that night too. So who knows? It would be very surprising. And even if this is a doubt out there, the juxtaposition between that and the harmony between Ben Davison and Anthony Joshua is palpable, right? Because those two are so in sync. The fact that this is even a storyline is notable.
Yeah, I guess we'll touch onto that with the relationship between Anthony Joshua and Ben Davison. A lot gets made of it, sort of this new spark under Anthony Joshua. But is it fair to say there's something still to prove because we haven't seen him perform to that elite or top world level?
I don't think so. I think he has proven everything and then some. He's won a gold medal. He's won the heavyweight title twice. This is all about perhaps achieving greatness in his mind, perhaps getting to undisputed gold, but this notion that if Anthony Joshua retired on Saturday, he's a Hall of Famer, he's one of the greatest of all time. The reinvention, the evolution of Anthony Joshua, the maturation of Anthony Joshua is an amazing story, but I don't think he has to prove anything to anyone anymore.
I was going to say that, and then just when you focus on Daniel Dubois as well, with this new lease of life that he has, that he's, both of these fighters have got a new lease of life, so to speak. They're both banging form, and when you look at, I guess, for himself, where he's sort of talk about being in the darkness, where he mentions Usyk and he mentions even the Joyce fight. When you look back on it now, I spoke to Frank Warren, and he said to me, this makes him even better. So do you think almost like a wounded animal is one that is so strong that makes him even better?
I think people have been very unfair towards Daniel Dubois dating back to that fight in November 2020 against Joe Joyce. I'll never forget watching that fight. You know, sports and boxing was starting to come back. It was empty. It was a little bit sterile, but it was a great fight. And he breaks his orbital, and he says, no mas. And who could blame him? I mean, I can't fight with a broken orbital. And he sustained some damage even after breaking the orbital. And so people then said he had no heart, he took a knee. I think the visual bothered people, but it was unfair. And then even the way the fight against Usyk ended, people were questioning him. He was close to pulling off the upset on a big, big stage. But I think the Usyk fight changed everything for him. It gave him the confidence to believe in himself and say, I belong here. I can hang with the top dogs. I'm good enough to hang with an Usyk, with a Fury, with an AJ. And look at how he's looked since then. Big Baby Miller, phenomenal. Hrgović, yeah, he took some shots, but that was by far the most impressive win of his career. And so I can't wait to see who turns up on Saturday, because he can ruin everyone's plans with a win.
How do you think Daniel deals with the pressure, especially not? I know he fought in Poland, but that was on an away crowd basically. He's going to have people sort of like on having expectations about him. AJ's, this is his third time headlining Wembley. Do you think the pressure could get to Daniel Dubois? Eddie Hearn talks about it getting to him, and he thinks he's going to revert to type, which is what he would say. But do you think that there's a chance that pressure is?
I think there's more pressure on AJ. I think AJ's the star. I think he's the reason why 96,000 tickets were sold. The fact that it's England versus England helps, and I think more people are buying tickets for this event as opposed to if it was AJ versus Hrgović. But Dubois shouldn't get in his own head. He's playing with house's money at this point. Go out there, let the good times roll, and you pull off the upset. You fight like you did back in June. A lot of great things are coming your way.
Definitely. Last one from myself before I let you go. On the spot question, any sort of picks on the undercard that you're looking at? Some great domestic fights, and yeah, anything that you really got your focus on?
I like the domestic dust-ups, as you call them over here. Obviously, the Hutchinson-Buatsi fight has stolen a lot of the thunder. I think it's the people's main event, if you will. Their face-off with Carl Frampton of TNT Sports was amazing. It got very physical.
And one was good as well.
Yeah. The Ade one was phenomenal too. Ishmael Davis taking a fight on just days' notice is a great story in its own right. Mark Chamberlain has become Super Mark Chamberlain, now fighting for the Riyadh season circuit. It's like he's on some kind of PED here. Like, he just fights that much better, and he's producing a lot of fun fights as well. Tyler Denny is a great character too. I mean, like, I like the whole card. Josh Warrington, he's a Leeds guy and I'm a Forest guy, so I can't fully support him. But how about that win by Anthony Kakachi against Joe Cordina? He shocked the world, and now maybe Warrington can get back on track with a big win over Kakachi. So I love the fact that every fight means something. There's a great story attached to it, and I can't wait for Saturday.
Absolutely. Ariel, as always, a pleasure to speak to you. And yeah, keep up doing your thing, man, because you give good light for UK boxing in general, and MMA. So just keep it up, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.